We have all of the Asian markets which are up and about in trades.
SEBI has approved the regulatory framework for ESG regulations.
16913, it's an important level to defend on the downside.
You know, the broad investor interest has been kept in mind for sure.
150 points on the Nifty, almost 500 points on the sensex.
Some kind of a risk-on kind of a sentiment at this point in time.
There's been a slew of orders that's been received by various companies, listed in the defense space.
Negative news which is coming for Lupin because the news is that they've been issued 10 observations.
The board will be meeting with stakeholders, shareholders on the 2nd of May. We're up 170 points on the Nifty. It's a big upgrade on India that has come in from Morgan Stanley, where they've upgraded India to an equal weight.
So the company yesterday intimated that they've gone ahead and completed the acquisition of the renewable energy portfolio of Mitra Energy.
A lot of the dealer surveys indicate that the passenger vehicle space, inquiries and footfalls have slowed down sharply.
The Nifty, in fact, has just been building on gains. 17,320 is currently where the Nifty is at.
I should say up and away. You're with us here on a fresh new edition of Closing Bell. We are coming to you live from the CNBC-TV18 Motilal Oswal studios. And it's the last closing bell for the week. Coming out of a holiday, going into the weekend. I'm Prashant, with me, my colleague Surabhi here. And of course, Nigel joins us from the newsroom floor. So finally, we have it. I mean, you can give credit to NAV management or whatever. And I'm sure that we will hear a lot about it. But we've been expecting this tactical rally that I think Naren called it first. And then since then, for the last 2 weeks or so, so many others have been expecting one. And is this the beginning of a bit of a relief move higher? It's possible. 17,350. So that 20-day moving average gets taken out, both on the Nifty, the Bank Nifty, and some higher levels as well. Just a few things before we move any further. Reliance is the big one, which is, I think, contributing now. It was contributing 30%, but I think almost 35% of the Nifty gains is coming in single-handedly from that 4.5% move on the Reliance stock. If you take the next 4 gainers on the Nifty, which is ICICI Bank, Infosys, HDFC Bank and TCS, and throw in a Reliance as well, that is about 70% of the Nifty gains. 70% of this, total Nifty sort of move that you're seeing. The Nifty small cap index is doing very well. It's a second day of gains. And that's what, almost 3.5%, little more than that in 2 sessions flat. That was the index which gave back quite a bit over the prior 15 trading sessions or so. Overall market breadth is quite positive, about 3:1. So, it's a big move, and I think hopes start to come quite quickly ahead that maybe this is a new leaf that the market is turning, etc. We'll find out, but I think we'll take what we get. And it's a nice 1.5, 1.6% move on the cards at this point. Surabhi.
And Prashant, this is such an important day, right? I think the market and traders in the market have been waiting for this for a while.
Yeah.
13 to 14 sessions of trading in a 400-point range. And today at around 10:30, I mean, right from the time we had a gap up, right? It looked like a different kind of day because we didn't have the choppiness, the volatility, the nervousness, which has always surrounded the market. And now we are very, very firmly trading above the range. We've broken out of the range. The question is, can it hold? Right now, every sign of it. I just want to mention over here that today India is shining bright, and how? It's a rank outperformer. Above all Asian markets, above what Europe is doing right now. Europe is up between, 0.2% to 0.3%. Asian markets were up between 0.5% to 1%. So in that context, this move, because of its depth, its width, it's just a big, solid move. And Nigel, I think this is what we've been discussing for the past fortnight, right? That if you break the range, then there's a chance that shorts also start covering, given how heavily shorted this market has been.
Well, that's right. Surabhi and Prashant, just take a look at the screen. You can see some green, right? From the word go itself. I'm talking about my shirt. Earlier today, Sonia was joking about it. She said maybe the color green could have some kind of positive rub off. If that is the case, I don't mind wearing it every day. But good to see some green on the screen. The breadth of the market as well is far better. And the bulls, I think they made up their mind a couple of sessions ago. We were heading into this 4th consecutive month of losses, and they've reversed all of this around. We're up close to 500 points from the recent low. And just take a look at that. If today we end above that 17,304, then the bulls will keep their date with the records, because the odds were that that record will hold out. We won't see the 4th consecutive month of a negative month in terms of returns. And for the time being, we've at least maintained that. So that's pretty good news. And that's not happened all the way since 2001 itself. Now, the options data is quite encouraging because in an uptrending market, you want to see near-term puts getting written. 17,250, 17,300 put. Both of them, big open interest build up out there. Very aggressive writing is what we have seen. And on the Nifty, a couple of levels to track. Now, the 20 DMA is what we crossed in the first minute itself. All eyes now whether we can get to around the 200 DMA. So that's close to around 120 points away from here. So that's the level you should look at on the Nifty. On the Nifty bank, well, the 20 and the 200 DMA, both of them are in the bag. Can we head to around that 50 DMA? That's the crucial mark we're tracking. It's a good Friday afternoon. Well, and a relief rally is come about. Maybe volumes a little bit lower. But Reema, what are you making of this move?
Well, I'm just looking ahead, Nigel, and there's so many triggers lined up for our markets, particularly local ones. So this weekend, we will get the auto sales numbers. So on Monday, markets will react to that. Next week, we will get the pre-quarter updates from banks and real estate, which will give us a corporate picture in terms of what Q4 is likely to be for these two sectors. And plus, you've got on the 6th of April, that's next week, the Citizen Monetary Policy, the Monetary Policy Committee as well by the RBI. So that decision will be out. So lots of local triggers as well lined up ahead of us, which the markets will react to. Today, you've got many stocks at their 52-week highs. So in the IT pack, APIT Tech, Science. So despite all worries about the global slowdown hurting IT, these stocks, mid-cap IT stocks, have moved to the high point of the day and at fresh 52-week highs. Dr. Reddy, Bosch, Godrej Consumers, some of the others. But let's find out how you should position yourself in the last 1 hour of trade. We've got Mitesh Thakkar